Okay, Jess says we're live.
All right. Good evening. I want to call this meeting to order at 6:30 p.m. Unfortunately, we're in a virtual environment, electronic board meeting. Not the way we want things to be, but the times kind of dictate that a little bit. I believe I should probably start for the purposes of any public that views this with a roll call of who we have present. I am present. I'm John Shalmadine. Brian
McVeigh, Vice President.
Deanna
Sewell.
Mark Haynes. Mark is not able to be with us this evening, I believe. Joe Hathaway.
Here, yep.
Heidi Mitat.
Present.
And Andrea Harris.
Here.
Okay. We will start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation,
under God, indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all. And honestly, before we get into the business at hand, I want to acknowledge the loss of a member of the family, our Sandy Creek Central School educational family. Recently, we lost a beloved math teacher, Joe Fowler, who lost his battle with cancer. And I know that his son, Bill, and daughter-in-law, Valerie, are presently part of our education family at Sandy Creek. And our hearts go out to them, along with Joe's wife, Elizabeth, and the rest of Joe's family and friends. So if you would just join me in a moment of silence for just a moment. Thank you. The next order of business normally would be public comment, but due to the virtual meeting parameters, we are not able to have public comments this evening. So we will forego those public comments. We apologize for that. Item 4 was the consent agenda changes, and I believe we have none.
Correct.
All right, we will move ahead to the consent agenda. And that includes item 5.1, the approval of the March 12th regular Board of Education minutes. Item 5.2, approval of financial reports. 5.3 is approval of appointments, an appointment of a maintenance building helper. And the votes this evening will be taken as roll call votes. So I would take a motion, first of all, to get those items on the table.
I'll move.
Joe moves.
I'll second.
Andrea seconds. Okay. All those, let me take that as a roll call vote. I would say aye. Brian?
Aye.
Deanna?
Aye.
Mark, again, is absent. Joe?
Aye.
Heidi?
Aye.
Andrea?
Aye.
Okay, that motion carries. We have one absent. Moving on to, I believe we're at item 6, which is action items. This includes item 6.1, which is involves our agreement with West Genesee School District for health services for students attending non-public schools there for the 2019-2020 academic year. Should I take all these together, Kyle?
No, I think you should do that separately.
We'll do that separate. All right, I'll again take a roll call vote. I would say aye.
I need a motion.
You need a motion.
I'll move.
Who made that motion?
Deanna.
Deanna moves.
Brian seconds.
Brian seconds. Aye from me. Brian?
Aye.
Deanna?
Aye.
Mark again absent. Joe?
Aye.
Heidi?
Aye.
and Andrea.
Aye.
Okay, that motion carries. Moving ahead to item 6.2. 6.2 is, what is 6.2? Let me toggle over here.
Big one dealing with the virus.
Okay. All right, 6.2 basically is the item regarding the disaster declaration before us. This item establishes the fact that personnel, that the superintendent is allowed to declare essential personnel, and that the staff be continued to be paid for services within our district. So I would take a motion to get that on the table.
I'll move.
I'll move.
Okay. Was that Joe moving and Heidi seconding?
Perfect.
Okay. And vote being I would say aye to that. Brian?
Aye.
Deanna?
Aye.
Mark? Again absent. Joe?
Aye.
Heidi?
Aye.
And Andrea?
Aye.
Okay. That motion carries. Moving ahead to item 6.3, that involving a bus driver appointment. Again, I'll take a motion to get that on the table.
I'll move.
That was Deanna.
I
Exactly.
move. I didn't move to it matter. I'll
Doesn't
second.
matter.
Deanna moves. Who seconded?
Heidi.
Heidi seconds. All right. Again, vote. I would say aye. Brian?
Aye.
Deanna?
Aye.
Mark absent. Joe?
Aye.
Heidi?
Aye.
And Andrea?
Aye.
Motion carries. Moving ahead to the appointment of a custodial worker. Take a motion to get item 6.4 on the table.
I'll move.
That's Brian.
Yes.
Okay, Brian moves.
I'll second.
And that was Deanna.
That's Andrea.
Andrea.
Yeah.
Okay. Take a vote. Aye from myself. Brian.
Aye.
Deanna.
Aye.
Mark. Absent. Joe.
Aye.
Heidi.
Aye.
And Andrea.
Aye.
Okay, that motion carries. Moving ahead to item 6.5, that being to accept the donation from $1,500 from Fulton Companies to support the meals program for 2020 with the Sandy Creek District. I'd take a motion to get that on the table.
I'll
Aye.
move.
Was that Joe?
Yep.
Was that Joe moving?
Yep.
Okay.
I'll second.
And that was Heidi.
Yes, sir.
Heidi seconds. And all those in favor, and I would be aye. Brian?
Aye.
Deanna?
Aye.
Mark is absent. Joe?
Aye.
Heidi?
Aye.
And Andrea?
Aye.
That motion carries, and let me ask that the district send a letter to Fulton Companies to express our gratitude on behalf of not only the school but the community for that donation that is greatly appreciated in this time.
So be it.
Okay, very good. All right. Moving ahead to the next item of business is simply to adjourn the meeting, I guess. Let me ask, first of all, is there anything else to come before the board this evening from the board members?
Just a question, Kyle, regarding the work through spring break time that we're now asking our teachers at the governor's request to cancel spring break and work through. Any pushback from the teachers union at this point regarding that?
Not bit. Not one bit. Couldn't be happier. Tons of volunteers for the meal program next week. We're all set already with the number of people that have signed up to do that. Just huge amount of thanks to our teachers and support staff for stepping up and doing what we need to do to provide those meals for our kids. Couldn't be more proud of what they're doing. Our bus drivers, our cafeteria staff have been absolutely outstanding. We can't say enough about it. They've been great. They've been beyond great. And you know, it's some scary stuff that we're dealing with right now. People are on edge and concerned and worried, and rightfully so, and worried about their family and all that. But our people have been unbelievable. So we're pushing forward. We're scheduled to do our regular 3 days of food delivery next week, and we're doing what we got to do for our kids.
And I apologize for coming in a little bit late when everybody else was already on. Was there any discussion regarding the food deliveries and the sheriff's department call? And
no, I mean, everything seemed to go well today. We didn't get any, negative feedback about any more, food or anything. But
so Kyle, if you want to just explain that real quick to the rest of the board members. You and I talked about it, but
yeah, I got a call from the sheriff's department a couple nights ago, just letting me know that they had received some calls from some residents regarding food being stolen out of the coolers and totes or whatever that were at the end of the driveways. And they let me know that was going on, and that they would do what they could, but obviously they're limited in the number of people that they can put out there on patrol. I sent that robocall out to everybody in the district, letting them know that we were aware that it was going on, and I didn't have a ton of advice other than be as diligent as you can and get the food out of the coolers as quickly as you can, because there's people out there that are doing that. The sheriff's department is aware, but other than that, there's not a whole lot we can do about it. It's sad, but it's kind of shows you what's going on out there right now. It's pretty scary times for a lot of people. So, but I didn't get any feedback today, so hopefully that'll end. We'll see.
Part of the twist, though, Kyle, was the information regarding the bus, and so we probably ought to let everybody know about that. And if they get a phone call, that may be something that they should be looking out for, I guess.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. The word on the street was that it was an old school bus that is out of operation now. One of the shorter buses, the smaller buses that was not a Sandy Creek bus, but out of operation. And that's what they were using, which people might.
Yep.
We lost Kyle.
Lost audio, Kyle.
Did you?
There
Yeah.
you back.
You got me now?
Yep.
Yeah.
So the word on the street was that it was a school bus that was out of operation. That was what was going around stealing the food. So people are aware of that, and the sheriff's department will put an end to that sooner.
Hey, Kyle.
Yep.
I happen to see an old bus parked on Center Road.
Yep. There's a lot of them around the district,
Okay.
and people were talking about that
Okay.
in the last couple days. So we're aware of that. The sheriff's department is aware of that. So they're looking out for it.
Okay.
Anything?
I just have a quick question, and you might have, is with everything that's going on with the state, will that have any impact on our building projects or no? Project?
We probably, we just don't know at this point. It's all up in the air. We're still waiting for final approval on phase 2 before we get moving, and we just don't know what's going to be deemed essential, what's going to be deemed necessary for safety reasons and things like that. It's kind of a wait and see game at this point. So we're in constant contact with the architects and our construction manager. We just don't know yet. So I don't have a great answer for
Right,
you.
and so you're primarily talking about the work itself. They can't come back now and if there's no money in the state and say, hey, right?
Well, absolutely they could. They absolutely could. I don't think that'll happen. It's never happened before. But I can't say that it wouldn't happen at this point, because this is obviously unprecedented what we're dealing with now.
Anything else as far as questions for Kyle? Anything come before the board this evening? I just want to say before we adjourn that these are terrible times, but they tend to bring out the best in folks, and top to bottom, the staff has risen to the occasion. They've done an incredible job. I think I can't say enough about what the staff, the administration, and Kyle have done to kind of contain this thing and help out. And the community has pitched in, and it's been top to bottom. I've seen it at Sandy Creek. I've actually seen it across the county in different districts, and it's heartening to see this coming out of the worst possible circumstances. So I am so proud of everything that everybody is doing, and really appreciate it. So I do want to say one thing. It does appear, although the school district votes are being postponed until after June 1st, at this point, it looks like the city vote scheduled for April 23rd, which we need to have a meeting on that evening, is going to go forward. If there's any further information contrary to that, I'll let you know. Again, things are developing minute by minute, but right now, according to a meeting I had at City last night, it appears that is still on. So that would be the BOCES budget vote, and it would also be the vote on the candidates for the BOCES Board of Education, City Board of Education. So I just wanted you aware of that. And at this point, I would take a motion to adjourn unless there's anything else. Motion to adjourn?
I'll move.
And that was Heidi.
Yes.
And second?
I'll second.
And that's Deanna.
Yep.
Okay. I would say aye. Brian?
Aye.
Deanna?
Yep.
Mark? Absent? Joe?
Aye.
Heidi?
Aye.
And Andrea?
Aye.
Okay, I want to thank everybody. I hate meeting like this. I miss seeing you guys. I think I wish we were together, but our meeting stands adjourned, and thank you very much.
Thanks.
Thanks, Jen.
Stay so
Yep.
healthy, everybody.
Yeah, stay healthy. Absolutely. Stay well, stay healthy. Thank you, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you.